What is up, visionaries? Brynn here. If you're like me, you've wondered what things are going to be like as we leave lockdown. How will economies recover? How will businesses get back on their feet? How will startups tackle this new environment in which businesses need to really be stable in order to survive? Today, we'll be discussing interesting and unique solutions to problems that seem to have arisen due to the lockdown and due to the pandemic that has taken the world by storm. So we'll be discussing multiple tips on things that you can do, very simple, straightforward things, in order to assist and grow your business if you are a business owner, or perhaps your side hustle if you're just, working on the side to make a little bit of extra cash here and there. So whether you're a big-time CEO or a startup entrepreneur, stick around and see what tips we have, and maybe they'll be able to help you after this lockdown. Our first tip today is something that I think many individuals will find intimidating, perhaps even unconventional and rather strange. But the first tip that I'd like to suggest is that you learn a coding language. Regardless of your age, gender, or even industry, I would highly suggest that you jump on the opportunity to learn a coding language. In this day and age, this age of information, it really makes no sense for someone to not understand these intricacies of the digital kind of lifestyle. There is such a plethora of information available for individuals to learn and grow their understanding, even if it's just a very basic understanding. But that very basic understanding will really set you up for what I believe to be the future of marketing, business, commerce, and all of the kind of lifestyle aspects. As you've seen in the recent years, the digital platform has really exponentially grown. And so it really makes a lot of sense to be able to interact with that digital platform at its base level. So learning coding, if I could kind of give you an example, is to think about it as you have an office of workers, but those workers only speak a specific language. If you don't speak that language, you won't be able to give instruction, to give feedback, to give anything like that. So the value comes in being able to communicate. Likewise for us today, the computer, the phone, these things are all the workers that are available to be used by us. But if you can't communicate with them at their base level, you're really missing out on so many opportunities. That as you sleep, that code is working. That code that you've created is running. That application is making adjustments, minor adjustments, making sales. All of these things, there are so many opportunities available. But one just needs to learn the basic coding behind these programs. Then one will be able to really take full control of it. So all of these things kind of lead us towards the second point. And the second point is to not be afraid to do business online. It may seem very difficult, and especially coming from a South African perspective, to shift your business model into one that is virtual. We are so used to walk-in traffic, physical business, large workforces, all of these things that give you kind of, that feeling of you've made it. If you get promoted, your parents will think really highly of you because of how many people you have working under you and the size of your office and these kind of things. But actually, today, we really have to think that after this lockdown, businesses will need to have an online presence, and they will need to be able to work in an virtual online space. So this really ties into the previous point of learning a language, a coding language, because the more you understand about these beautiful machines that exist and work for us day and night and that we rely on so heavily, the more advantage you'll be able to take in the market, the more you'll be able to invest, and the more you'll be able to make returns on those investments. We've seen that new business ventures have already been forced to reconsider their startup kind of capital, their startup environment, because the economy has changed so drastically. So it really is important that you have an online presence with your business in 2020, now more than ever. Unfortunately, we've seen that Google AdWords, Facebook marketing, even Instagram marketing, these things have been around for many years and have been really taken advantage of. And now if we see that businesses like Ford, big companies with millions of dollars enter into the market and start buying those ads, what will happen is the prices on those ads will drastically increase, and small businesses will have to find various other ways in order to make the kind of advertising reach that they had. So it's really important to act as soon as possible to ensure that you grab the opportunity. It's clear that many consumers will be shifting their kind of attention towards the more online space, with deliveries, online purchases, e-commerce, these things becoming very popular. And especially as a South African, I'm hoping that we will be able to grow our logistic enterprises to ensure that deliveries become far more advanced. Takealot, we've seen in just a few years how they have almost monopolized the environment, just as Amazon has. So I'm hoping that there will be competition arising, that we will see individuals starting businesses online that really become profitable as well as influential in the online market. Our third tip is a very straightforward one, and that's get creative. At this point in time, we need to think of creative solutions to these problems that have emerged. That is what actually grows an entrepreneur, is to be able to see problems as opportunities in order to capitalize upon. So even for us, businesses are emerging now that would never have existed even just 1 year ago. And this is because of the alteration that this pandemic has made to the economy. So what we need to do is we need to think outside of the box. We really need to expand our understanding of what it means to be an entrepreneur, especially in South Africa. I feel we are very limited in our mindsets that you're only an entrepreneur if you have a physical building with staff. That can no longer be the case. We can now start seeing individuals who make hundreds of thousands just selling masks, or perhaps creating interesting ways to screen individuals when they enter the building for work. These kind of things are opportunities that never existed but have now come into the market and are available for taking. So we really need to be creative about our solutions to problems. We need to start thinking about ways to change our thoughts around that. And our final tip today is to grow your interpersonal skills. These will become invaluable when dealing with clients in an online space. However, also within the physical space. Being able to manage projects and communicate effectively with your clients will really have a much more significant impact on both the perception of your business as well as the successfulness of your business now as we leave this lockdown period. Individuals have had to work from home. They've had to really maximize their workflow to ensure that they can get as much done as possible despite uncomfortable or difficult environments. So leaving lockdown, individuals will likely be a lot more streamlined in their process of work and business, and it will really help to be able to show maturity, understanding, as well as really incredible communication skills as you go forth into this up and coming market that will surely be like no other that we've seen in human history. So those are the tips for today, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed the video and that you took something from this. If you need any information, please contact us and drop us a DM on Instagram. We'll always reply. We're happy to help in any way that we can. And we've got some great content coming up for you. We're working on a lot of things at the moment, and stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Drop a comment if you'd like us to cover a certain topic. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay creative.